Good day, this is P.Y. Wong from Pendidikan Malaysia. We have received a lot of inquiries about postal voting. Just a few days ago, one of our members asked, my sister-in-law is a teacher. She has been appointed by the EC as a EC officer, as a Kerani Pengundian. But she is very reluctant to do it because she is worried about the secrecy of her vote. Why is that the case? The moment you are an EC officer, you have to vote using the postal voting system. And the postal voting system is quite complicated. For most people, if they don't understand the process, they are fearful. Let me take a few minutes to explain to you how it works. I ask you to be a bit patient with us because the process is a little bit tedious and long. But the system is quite rigorous as it allows for protection of the secrecy of voting, provided you as a voter take some simple steps to protect yourself, and provided there is a PACA post, a postal polling agent inside the returning officer's office when your envelope is opened up. How does this work? Imagine you are a postal voter. The first thing you will receive is an envelope which is called the Sampul Keutamaan, the primary envelope. Inside this envelope are a few items. Let's see what they are. First, you will have a Sampul Keutamaan B, the primary envelope B, which is used to send all your election materials back to the returning officer. It has the address of the returning officer here. Next, you will have 2 copies of Form 2. One copy for state and another copy for parliament. If you are in a constituency that has both a state and parliament. For Sarawak and for the federal territories, you only receive one Form 2 for parliament. On Form 2 is written a serial number of the ballot paper. Form 2 is for the purpose of verifying that you are the correct voter. So what you have to do is to take Form 2, show it to somebody you trust who is a Malaysian above 21 years of age. You will show Form 2 and a ballot paper to your friend. Your friend will verify that the serial number on Form 2 and the serial number on the ballot paper is matching. Once that is correct, he will witness on it to confirm that you have received the correct ballot paper. How you vote, because that is a secret. Next, you have an envelope A. Envelope A is special. It has a serial number on it. The same serial number that is written on Form 2 and the same serial number on the ballot paper. This serial number is important because it is a security. You do not need to show him. Envelope A must not have any marking or writing that identifies you, because that will be an election offence. It will have violated Section 5 of the Election Offences Act. In other words, if your superior officer were to insist that you are to write your My Card or IC number at the back, that officer will have committed an election offence. So remember, envelope A only has the serial number of the ballot paper and nothing else. That is the way to safeguard your secrecy and your anonymity regarding this ballot paper. Inside envelope A, you will place your ballot paper that you have marked. Let's say this is for state. You will put it in the envelope for the state, like this. But you will fold it first. Now, this is where the common mistake is, because the instruction to you to fold creates an opportunity for a violation of your Election Offences Act or violation of your right to secrecy. What do I mean by that? Because at the returning officer center, when the Kerani takes the ballot paper out from envelope A, she has to open it to check the serial number. She has to compare the serial number with the serial number on envelope A. If these two serial numbers matches, then this ballot paper is accepted and it will be put in the ballot box. Now the problem arises when she opens, she can also see how you vote. This is where you have to take some simple precautions to prevent anybody from seeing how you vote. This is what you do. Suppose this is your ballot paper. You do not fold it exactly in half. What you do is you fold it such that the serial number of the ballot paper is exposed, like this. Then you need to take one more step. What you need to do is to put cellophane tape on the ballot paper like this, so that a person can see the serial number without being able to open the ballot paper. This way, your vote is secret. Some people may say, oh, you can see through the ballot paper and see how it is marked. True, if the clerk has a lot of time to stare through the ballot paper. But during counting on postal polling day, the clerk is very busy dealing with hundreds of ballot paper. She will have great difficulty trying to remember who voted what and what serial number. So, if you are to do this, you have protected yourself where secrecy is concerned. After you have taped your ballot paper, you put it in envelope A. This envelope A is then sealed. You take envelope A, you take form 2, you put it inside envelope B. Envelope B. Then you seal it. This envelope B is addressed to the returning officer. If you are overseas, you are voting in the embassy, you can drop envelope B directly into the sack that is prepared for you at the embassy. Or if you choose to, you can take it out and post it directly to the returning officer. That is up to you. You only have to make sure that you have enough time to post the envelope back, because any envelope that is received after 5 p.m. of normal polling day will be rejected. So this is something that you have to make a decision about. Under Regulation 17 of the Postal Voting Regulations, Form 2, when it is taken out from the envelope B together with envelope A, they have to check the serial number. All the Form 2 must be processed, and after it is processed, Form 2 will be kept in an envelope and sealed. Only after it has been sealed will the returning officer process envelope A. This is one of the safeguard measures that is implemented. Now, what happens to this envelope when it reaches the returning officer? This is where you will find the process have got very rigorous procedures to protect your secrecy. Number one, the clerk will open envelope B and examine the contents. The first thing they do is to compare Form 2 with the envelope A. The serial number must match. If the serial number does not match, this whole thing will be rejected and kept in a separate receptacle. Say these two matches. Form 2 will be kept in a receptacle to be sealed later. Envelope A will be kept aside for processing later. So this is the first stage of processing. Later, after all the Form 2 has been cleared and kept aside, Form 2 will be sealed in an envelope with a security tape signed by the returning officer and signed by the PACA post. This means nobody can open this without authority. Now you come to envelope A, and we will examine how the process protects your secrecy of voting. First, they will open the envelope and take out the contents. When they do that, the first thing the clerk will check is, does the serial number of the ballot paper match with the serial number written on envelope A? Remember, envelope A does not have anything on it other than the serial number of the ballot paper. If the two matches, this ballot paper is accepted. If they don't match, this ballot paper and the envelope will be kept for destruction. The ballot paper will probably be retained just in case there is some query. But what is very important is what you have done with this ballot paper. You can see this ballot paper is taped here, so a person cannot easily open it. A clerk can see the serial number without having to open this ballot paper. This is how the secrecy of your vote is protected. After this two process is completed, this ballot paper will go into a ballot box, and then after that, the normal counting procedure will take place. So you can see through this process, there is a system to protect your secrecy of voting. But as I mentioned earlier, the basic step you need to do is to make sure you tape it at the edge, so that when the clerk take it out from envelope A, they can only see your serial number without seeing how you vote. And then you have protected yourself. Stay tuned to My Durian TV for more information on voter education and the voting process.